Former US President Donald Trump said on Wednesday he refused to answer questions during an appearance before New York State's Attorney General in a civil investigation into his family's business practices, citing his constitutional right against self-incrimination. Trump, his son Donald Trump Jr. and daughter Ivanka Trump had fought unsuccessfully to avoid appearing for testimony in State Attorney General's probe into whether the Trump organization inflated real estate values to obtain favorable loans and understated asset values to get tax breaks. I declined to answer the questions under the rights and privileges afforded to every citizen under the United States Constitution, Trump said in a statement issued roughly an hour after he arrived in a motorcade to the Attorney General's office in Lower Manhattan for the deposition behind closed doors.
Can we have a word, sir? Mr. Trump, can we have a word? How do you feel, Mr. Trump? How do you feel?
The Constitution's Fifth Amendment protects against self-incrimination. Trump's decision not to answer questions still could carry consequences. Should the investigation lead to a trial, jurors could take his silence into account. Politically, it also could give adversaries ammunition about whether Trump has sought to hide as he mulls another run for the presidency in 2024. James has said her investigation has uncovered significant evidence that the Trump organization, which manages hotels, golf courses, and other real estate, gave banks and tax authorities misleading financial information to obtain benefits. Trump did not leave the Attorney General's office until about 6 hours after he arrived, suggesting he faced questions for much of the day. Trump, a Republican, in his statement again denied wrongdoing and sought to portray the investigation by James, a Democrat, as part of a year-long vendetta against him by her and others, including the news media. I once asked, if you are innocent, why are you taking the Fifth Amendment? Trump said in his statement. Now I know the answer to that question. Trump added, when your family, your company, and all the people in your orbit have become the target of an unfounded, politically motivated witch hunt supported by the lawyers, prosecutors, and the fake news media, you have no choice. In the statement, Trump also made disparaging comments about James and violent crimes in New York State. Trump attempted to link the state attorney general's investigation to Monday's FBI search of his Florida home, which represented an escalation of a federal probe into whether he illegally removed records from the White House as he left office in January 2021. A spokeswoman for James declined to comment on the deposition. A lawyer for Trump did not respond to requests for comment. Trump agreed in June to testify in the 3-year investigation, but only after court decisions rejecting his argument that he should not have to do so because the probe was politically motivated. His lawyers also argued that Trump's words could be unfairly used against him in a related criminal probe led by Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg, in which James also is involved. 2 top prosecutors in that case resigned in March, with one saying Bragg was skeptical of bringing charges against Trump. A Bragg spokeswoman on Wednesday said that criminal probe continues.